Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. It's Atif from Pakistan with the lecture number 6 of basic networking. I named this lecture the TCP IP1 because we'll discuss TCP IP in 2 or 3 lectures. We have discussed about the protocol in last session that there are 2 types of protocols, routable and non-routable. And then non-routable protocols, the most famous protocol is TCP IP. We can say that it's a backbone of internet. Without TCP IP, network have no concepts. Now today it have no concept of a network without TCP IP. There is no concept. So with the lecture number 6 we'll start the TCP IP. TCP IP stand for Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. It looks like that this protocol is distributed in two things. One is TCP and other is IP. We'll discuss this in detail. Basically, TCP IP is a routable protocol and widely used over the internet. We use this protocol in LANs as well. TCP IP is everywhere in the computer networks. It is the most beautiful aspect of this protocol is that it is platform independent. You can use this protocol with the Linux, Unix, Novell, Solaris, Microsoft, OS2, whatever operating system you have. All operating systems are supporting TCP IP nowadays. Now, this protocol was developed by Department of Defense USA. It's a routable protocol and is supported by all operating systems. Whenever talk about TCP IP, I used to say that it is not just a protocol. It is a protocol suite. It's a suite. A suite can have many small protocols, services, and command line utilities inside him. So TCP IP have same sort of nature. It have sub protocols as well. It have command line utilities. Those utilities helps us to diagnose and troubleshoot the networking issues. It have many services that support different servers and applications and different type of communications for the networking. So TCP IP is a protocol suite, remember this, and it's a routable protocol. The scale of TCP IP protocol, as we are talking about the scale again and again that it's a wide usable protocol in these days. The most important thing of this protocol is the addressing. As you know that every protocol assigns unique identity to a computer system, and with the help of that identity computer systems can communicate with each other. It's very simple. Among 50 people, if you do not have your own identity, your own name, you cannot be unique in all of them. And sometimes you cannot be unique just because of your name, because in 50 of the people, it may possible that there are 4 people with the name of Atif. So how could you make yourself unique? Now the next thing is that can make you unique among 50 people is the NIC, National Identity Card Number, that everyone have its own national identity card number. And in computer systems, every computer system have his own ID. Whenever I talk about the LAN side, only LAN side, on the LAN card side, LAN card can be unique by MAC address. But when we talk about the internet, where you can access internet using telephone line, it's a simple example. There are a number of things, but I am choosing the example of telephone line. That in older times, not very older, past 4 or 5 years before, we used to use internet by using telephone lines. We were not using LAN cards, so the MAC ID can be unique for us. So what was the thing? What was the ID that can you make your computer system unique? That is an address assigned by TCP IP, and that address is called IP address. IP, Internet Protocol address. So addressing is the biggest benefit of TCP IP. Communication, it controls communication. It provides reliable and non-reliable, slow and fast, both type of communication for computer systems on network. It have different diagnostic utilities. Suppose you have a ping utility. You can ping the other computers for checking the availability of those computers in the networks. So let's see an example of TCP IP address. I have same prompt that we were discussing about in last lecture, ipconfig. Now the command is ipconfig. Look at this. We have an IP address 10.2.5.31. This is the unique address that has been assigned to my computer by TCP IP, and I can check any other computer by using this address. Just like this, ping 10.2.5.1. This is a TCP IP's diagnostic utility ping. I am pinging another computer's IP address, and it tells me that there is some reply from that. If that computer will not reply, I could set that maybe there is some cable break, maybe that computer is down, there can be a problem. So TCP IP provides you a number of diagnostic utilities, and it's essential for communication in these days. Now we'll discuss TCP IP addressing in detail in next session. Just for introduction about addressing, TCP IP's current version that we are using is version 4. Version 6 is already in market and people are using that version 6, but that is not commonly in use. But in near future or some a bit medium future, that TCP IP version 6 will be widely available and will be used by everyone. But currently we will discuss about the version 4, TCP IP version 6. Regarding TCP IP version 6, I have a detailed lecture that will become in the basic, advanced and medium networking phase of in another session as well. Chala, that will be uploaded soon on the YouTube. TCP IP version 4 supports TCP IP addresses of 32-bit. An IP address can be of 32-bit, maximum 32-bit. It means that there can be maximum 32 on bits. On bits mean ones. Bit format consists of two values, 0 and 1. 1 considered on, 0 considered off. When I talk about that 32-bit addressing, it means a maximum 32 on bits can be there in an address. And with the combinations of zeros and ones in between 1 and 32, we used to make different IP addresses. And there are some IP addresses classes as well, A, B and C. We'll discuss all these things in next session, in next lecture in detail. So this is the end of TCP IP's 1. We'll discuss the remaining things in next one. Thank you very much for viewing me.